We begin this evening with the state of Utah suing the Bureau of Land Management over control of 34% of Utah's land.
The lawsuit could go right to the Supreme Court. ABC4's Kate Garner has more on the story.
The state is now suing the federal government, skipping district court, going straight to the Supreme Court. The reason? They want 18 million acres of land back from the federal government.
Public lands in Utah. It's a topic that's even hotter than some of the state's most iconic landscapes.
This attack from the federal government is serious, and it affects every single Utahn that loves our land and lives in Utah.
The federal government controls roughly 70% of all land in the state.
We've been asking and asking and asking, and not only are they not willing to negotiate or help on this at all, it's the exact opposite. It's just not only no, but hell no, and we're going to close more of your roads and make it harder on you.
In Utah, 18.5 million unappropriated acres are under control of the Bureau of Land Management. This is about half of all federally controlled land in the state. And recently, as Governor Cox mentions, the BLM closed off more than 300 miles worth of road in these areas.
The primary caregiver should be the state of Utah, supported by the federal government, not the other way around.
The new 94-page lawsuit asks the Supreme Court whether it's legal for the federal government to hold on to unappropriated lands within a state indefinitely.
Utah cannot manage, police, or care for more than 2/3 of its own territory because it's controlled by people who don't live in Utah, who aren't elected by Utah citizens, and not responsive to our local needs.
The other half of federally controlled land is appropriated. This is land like national parks and monuments, which is not included in the lawsuit.
I don't want to see our national forests or our national parks lost in any way.
The state says taking back the land would open it up to better forest management, grazing rights for ranchers, recreation opportunities, and even mining.
When you get on the federal land, the permitting process to do the things that are environmentally conscious, to do those types of things, it's almost impossible. It can take a decade to do what we know we need to do to fight forest fires, for example.
Governor Cox tells us that the state is going straight to the Supreme Court because this has already been a 50-year battle and they don't have another 50 years to waste. Reporting from Salt Lake City, Kate Garner, ABC4 News.